Hello my hungry people and welcome to my easy cooking kitchen. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Every like counts. On today's episode we're gonna have some yeast-free flour fun. Keep in mind I've sifted all the flour as it helps take out the impurities and aerates it. And also that's how I was taught at home, so shall we get started? Here's what you'll need for the dough. And what you'll need for the flatbread. So we've got our flour. We'll just take the dry ingredients and dump it all in. Make sure everything is in there. Next we'll add our oil and of course the water. As you can see, I didn't do it gradually, I just poured it all in, but it's not that big of an issue. Next step is just mixing it all up. I chose to do it by hand since I'm already used to it by now. As you can see, it can get a bit messy, but just bear with it, because what we're doing now is just kneading it and kneading it, and yes, you guessed it, still kneading it, but you should end up with something that looks roughly like this. So what I'm doing now is just I flour the bowl a bit as I set it aside to start making the flatbread. You can use it immediately since it doesn't require any resting. Now for the flatbread, we have our flour here, just add a little salt and start mixing it well. As we mix, we form a hole in the center for our water. Once that's done, we'll gradually add the water in. And don't worry if it goes a bit overboard, because that's easily fixed as we take the hilltops and start mixing it all together. We'll just take a bit at a time as we mix it all. As you can see, it can take a couple of minutes, but finally I've decided to use my hands and knead it better. Don't worry if it's a bit sticky, just roll it in the bowl and the flour there should make it better. Well, this is what you should end up with. And now we'll have the thumb press test. This is what it should look like. Next we flour our work surface. Flour it properly. Take our dough, cut it in half, and roll each half into a small ball that should look something like this. Next we're taking our rolling pin and flatten that bread. Don't worry if it's not a perfect circle, as long as it's flat enough, you're good. Mine look like, I don't know, huge blobs. Once we're done rolling, we'll just heat our pan and put our flat dough basically in it for about 2 minutes or until we start seeing those bubbles form up. You can see them forming on the right side. Those are some nice bubbles, right? Next we'll flip it, press it a bit and let it sit for about a minute or so, or until you get that brownish color on the other side as well. So that's basically done. I just flipped it over for another heat shock and I took it out. Now comes the fun part where I get to show you what it looks like when you tear it up. Just look at how flat it is. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe, press that like button and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'll be posting videos twice a week, so make sure you check them out.